Welcome back to Filipino Time, and this is part 2 with our good friend Mig Reyes. No, we didn't change our shirts. We're going to dive into the next half of his watches. So now we have a series of different watches. The first one being a really fun watch. Actually, when I saw this online, I was like, whoa, that is a funky looking watch. It's very cute. It's like a toy.
Yes.
A watch, right?
Yes.
The D1 Milano Sketch.
Yes.
After all of these fantastic watches, and we have some more,
Yes.
why the D1 Milano?
Okay, this was a purchase I did out of a whim. But it's also because I believe that watches are supposed to be fun.
Yeah.
It's not always about the most expensive, the most flashy. It's not always, I mean, at the end of the day, I've experienced a lot of watches throughout the years. Some were purchased by me, some were lent out by friends. Some have stayed in the collection for years, some only for a couple of days. But it's all about if I'm having fun with the watch. If I have that connection with the watch, it will stay in the collection.
Right.
So the reason why I purchased the D1 Milano, it's a quartz watch. It's just fun. They call it the D1 Milano Sketch.
Yes, that's right.
It looks like a 3D printed watch.
It does.
No frills, something very easy to wear. And I purchased, the good thing about that is I purchased it locally with a credit card promo of 6 months to pay.
Nice.
So I was like, right, I'll take that.
Yep.
But it's something unique. It's when people that know me know that I am a watch collector or I collect a lot of watches, they'll get surprised why I'm wearing a D1 Milano because it's not anything collectible. It's not anything like, top of Swiss manufacturing standards.
But it's fun.
But it's fun.
It's a
That's
fun
exactly
watch.
the reason. That's exactly the reason. It needs to be fun for it to stay in the collection.
I'm glad you brought it because I've been wanting to see one of these in person. No, really. When I saw some posts, was it a month or two ago?
Yeah.
People started posting
Yeah.
this. This is such a cool thing.
Yeah, it's and I believe it's quite hard to purchase. I had to wait for this like a couple
Really?
of months. Yeah, about two or 3 months. I had the black version.
Okay.
Then a friend of mine was saying like, I really want that watch, and I was like, sure. If I get the white one, I'll give you the black
Yeah.
one. I mean, hey, it's just share the fun,
Yep.
And I kept the white one with me ever since. It's been really for a couple of while, but it's fun. It doesn't have to be expensive to be fun.
Correct.
Yeah.
So when do you wear this?
On Sundays.
On Sundays.
If I want something
This is the casual
easygoing,
watch that take
yeah.
anywhere.
easygoing, fun watch. Maybe a place that I'm not so familiar with as well.
Yep.
I'll bring that watch with me. But yeah, it's something I can relate to as well.
Okay.
So it's a keeper in the collection. Yeah.
That's cool. Well, it's nice to see that among all the nice watches you have,
Yeah.
you have a nice little toy as well.
For sure.
Nice toys. These two are very interesting looking watches.
Yes.
Might I say space agey design? The first being the Space One Carbon.
Yes.
Forged carbon.
Forged carbon. Yeah.
So tell us about this Space One, because I've never seen one before.
Right. Okay. So I recently acquired this about late last year. In 2024 was when I opened my business, basically.
Right.
So that was a period of where I told myself, look, we're not buying anything for the personal collection. We're saving money to put up the business, basically. So from January to about November 2024, I didn't purchase any personal watches for the collection.
Okay.
But a lot of some of my watches also have gone to fund the business, but some have stayed, as you can see. This watch was offered to me in December 2024 as part of a trade.
Oh, I see. All right.
And at that time wherein I wasn't really dreaming about acquiring a certain Rolex model. I wasn't aiming for, any other watch at that time.
Right. Like I said, your mindset was, the business, right?
Yeah.
So
So basically, let's get our business up and running first, and then we'll figure things out later. All the wants can be bought afterwards anyway. But it was part of a trade deal, somewhere early December. There was two actually of the space ones, one in steel and one in forged carbon. But the steel didn't really sit well with me, so I've sold it, and the forged carbon was stayed in the collection. But why did I acquire the space one? I was looking for something unique, something very strange.
it is.
Something that not a lot of people would see every day.
Right.
It's a limited edition of 100 pieces, only released in the world. So definitely something unique we won't see every day. It's powered by a Miyota movement. Nothing too incredible about the movement. But it's the way it's constructed, the way it's designed, for me, makes it worth keeping. Plus the value. It's not a very expensive watch, but it's something unique that's, that I could swallow at that time. The price wasn't too high for me to like make an exemption for myself. Like, look, I haven't purchased a watch in a year. What's this amount for me to just keep?
And it's the end of the year.
Yes. So it was like, it's we opened the business in October, so it's a little tap on the back where like, oh, okay, it's a little bit of a treat. It's not gonna damage our wallets too much, so might as well just keep it in the collection.
So the only things I know about Space One is that it's, as you said earlier, it's a French brand.
Yes, it's a French micro brand. Yeah,
French micro brand. The watch is forged carbon and has a jumping hour.
Yes.
And that's the limit to what I know about it.
Yeah. Generally, that's all about the watch, really. I mean, it's the play on the material as well is what I'm fascinated about.
Yeah.
Which I find very, very interesting that they were able to create a watch in that case, basically.
Yeah. It's very cool. It looks like a spaceship.
Yeah. Yeah. So a lot of people would, when I wear this watch, a lot of people would ask me like, what's that watch? And I say it's a space one. When I acquired this watch as well, I kept asking a lot of collectors that would come in and out of my office, like, what do you think about this watch? You get the unbiased opinion of people because they don't know the brand. They would purely gauge it just because of aesthetics.
Correct.
Just because of how it wears. And they did easily say like, look, if I didn't know the brand, it would easily pass as a very high-end, like, independent watchmaker.
Yeah.
Some I tried to, I tried to make stories with it wherein, like, look, I'll sell it for about $1 million. And I tried to see, like, the reaction. Because, like, and they'd say, like, it looks like it's worth that price. And I got so amazed. Like, I mean, it's something very, very simple, something unique, but you could actually market it that way.
Right.
Yeah.
Especially you don't see a lot of them, right?
Yeah. So I wear this watch if I want to be a little bit unique.
Is the number in the back like the number out of 100 or?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
No.
Just wondering.
Yeah.
And onto another space AG watch. So this is an
Atawak, yeah.
Spaceship?
Yes, correct. So it's in blue steel with a wandering hour as well.
Wandering hour, yes.
Yeah. So Atawak is a micro brand from China. And the reason why I got to know Atawak was because I attended a watch fair in Hong Kong.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. It was a lot of micro brands that were in one space, and I got so amazed how they were able. A Chinese company was able to do this kind of technology.
Right. This is
on
Chinese.
a certain watch, because previously the only brand that could do this technology or the wandering hour was Orwork.
Yep.
And AP.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So for China to be able to create something like this, who's not really a watch country or a watch manufacturing country, it tells me that there's a lot of development or an advancement in China when it comes to their watches and their watchmaking industry.
Correct.
So this was blindly purchased out of a whim also. Like, I was just like so amazed by it, the shape.
Nice.
They're,
So you bought it at the show, or
I bought it at a show. I begged for it. I had to. Like, there was no other way for me to acquire the watch aside from there.
was it at least the last day of the show? Because usually that's the only time that they would let go of anything, right?
No.
Galing mo.
Because the show was divided into two.
Okay.
So I know they had one more there. I was like, it's fine.
another one.
Yeah,
Just
just
give
give
me
me
this
this watch. Yeah. So that's what happened. That's what happened with the watch. And I had to beg for it, for them to sell it to me. And but I associate sometimes the China watches as something to like copy certain brands. But for me to see something original, their design, the movement might not be an original of the Wandering Hour complication, but the design's original to them. The way it's made, the metals, the glass, it's all made by themselves. Which, you know, there's a lot of creativity, there's a lot of potential that we have to look into, which is the reason why I acquired the Atawak for the personal collection.
It's definitely an interesting looking watch, as was the Space One.
Yeah.
So when do you wear this?
If I want to be unique, same as the Space One. It's mostly when I'm gathered around a lot of collectors as well. It's wherein I want to show something new. I want to show to them what I've recently purchased, like that. It's one of those things that you have to show people so that people can also learn about the certain brands. It's very different once it's in front of you as compared to in photos. So I've always mentioned to people to try it on, get a feel about it. And when I tell them the price of the watch, they get so surprised. Because it used to be a very expensive function on a watch.
Okay, yeah,
But now it's not.
fantastic.
Now it's accessible to a lot of people.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Does Auto make other kinds of watches as well?
They do. They do have some categories like the Tarantula, the Spaceship. They have a normal looking round Wandering Hour. But for me, this is the one that's, you know, that's very striking. I think it's also their flagship like model.
Okay.
So it was definitely worth looking into.
And it's very cool.
Yeah.
It's very different.
It's very different, definitely. Yeah.
Wow.
So it's also a play on an independent brand that I've been eyeing for a long time called De Bethune.
Okay.
So they're an independent Swiss manufacturer. Their most common is like something related to a blue kind of color as well.
I see.
So I was like, yeah, I can't really afford the De Bethune at the moment. So I was like, settle for something like that while we work our way there.
But with these guys, is microbrand something you're turning your eye towards now? Is it something you want to start collecting?
I think it's you know, watch collecting is a phase in life wherein you tend to acquire everything and then you tend to like go in the peak and the plateau of like, okay, this is the settlement of what other watches I have. But you start to tend to go down as well of that hill. I think at the moment I'm on the lower part of the hill, wherein my desire for acquiring watches is not there anymore.
Okay.
Which is why, or I say acquiring mainstream brands.
Okay.
But I acquire something unique, something fun, something out of the ordinary at the moment. Play around more. You know, get the real definition of what collecting is. Again, for me, it's to make fun, it's to have fun, make friends, be with a community, which is what I'm having at the moment with these brands.
Fantastic.
So it doesn't necessarily need to be acquiring a Swiss watch.
Right.
It doesn't necessarily need to be at the top brands anymore. For me, it's all about, you know, having fun with certain brands that I'm.
And is there like something that's in it that's maybe, I would say inspired, but is your background as a watchmaker something that plays into it, like different technologies or different movements or different types of materials?
Definitely does. Well, when I acquired this watch, then again, I was like, how could they manufacture such a complication at such a cheap price? It makes you wonder.
Right.
It makes me wonder what they've done in the manufacturing process. It makes me wonder how they've achieved a certain result like that. Yes, definitely as a factor talaga.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that brings us to this trio of Seikos. I mean, we started with the Seiko. We're going to sort of end on Seikos as well.
Yes.
Right. The first one being the Ninja Turtle.
Yes. So basically, I used to collect a lot of vintage watches.
Okay.
So
Different brands.
different brands. So patina for me is a thing.
Okay.
This is the only watch that Seiko released that has a patina at that time. At that time.
That's right.
So I was like, huh? How does it have patina? It's a new watch.
Yeah.
And like the ninja looking black.
Oh, yeah, the black streak
coated
is really cool.
everything. It's like, wow.
Yeah.
And I think they came out with 3 versions of this watch, of the Ninja Turtle. One was like the export version. One is like a Taiwan edition, and one is the JDM version. This is the JDM version. So they say it's only limited to 300 pieces.
That's right.
But then with Seiko, you wouldn't know. You
Fair
don't
enough.
know either
Fair
as
enough.
well. Yeah. So I had a couple of this watch because at that time, it was trading crazy. Like everyone wanted one.
Yes.
It was the prime watch to get at that time.
It's true.
I think it was 2017 or 2017, I think, was when this watch was released. So I had a couple, but all were brand new.
Okay.
And I couldn't swallow the idea that I'll lose money on the watch if I wear it.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, I had a few brand news, traded it out, and then I was scrolling through an international forum and saw that the watch is for sale, like this exact watch.
Yeah.
Which I was like, okay, that's used. It's kind of cheap.
Yeah.
It's JDM, ticks all my boxes.
Right.
So I asked a friend in the US again to help me purchase this watch.
Same person?
No, different person. But the
good
condition,
friends.
yeah, thankfully. But the condition of the watch, was basically the bezel has a lot of hits.
I can see them now.
Yeah, there were a lot of dents on it, and I got it like that as well. So that was the disadvantage of the watch basically at that time. But then I said, well, I think it's a good watch either way. I'll wear it. I'll have fun with it. So I acquired it. But more importantly, this watch was the watch I brought with me to the UK.
Okay, to
So
school.
this was my everyday watch when I was in the UK. So it was with me all the time. I was wearing it in this exact combination.
Wow.
This exact strap.
Oh, this rubber strap.
Yeah, yeah. And I would wear this every single day.
Wow.
So, going to the UK was a whole new adventure, new journey. And I brought one special watch with me to get, to experience a new life.
Yeah.
And it's been in the collection ever since. It will never go. It will never leave the collection just because of that story.
To kind of not get sidetracked, but did you buy anything while you were there?
Of course I did.
You're saying every day. You were in the UK already. I'm sure you.
Well, yes, but for the main majority part, it was this on my wrist
Nice.
because theft was quite
Okay.
big in the UK or in Europe in general.
Gotcha.
So wearing an expensive Swiss watch didn't make sense or wasn't safe. So it was definitely like just wearing a Seiko, to keep undertones.
Right.
So it was a good
It's
watch.
not a bad Seiko to be wearing every day.
Well, they wouldn't know.
That's true.
They wouldn't know.
That's true.
At the end of the day, it looks like a turtle, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they wouldn't know how special the watch is. It's a you know kind of thing.
Right, right.
Yeah. So it's been in the collection ever since. I'm
I'm curious to know, actually, what were your classmates wearing?
different brands, to be honest. Some of them were wearing Tissot, some of them were wearing Seikos as well. Some were wearing like old vintage Omegas.
Okay.
So yeah, it's one of those things wherein they have their own kind of thing.
It's nice to see, right? So there's broad range.
Broad
right?
range, yeah. Yeah, so I had this with me all the time. It's a travel watch, basically.
Cool.
Yeah. And I love looking at it, the faux patina.
Yeah.
It's like, it reminds me,
Patina.
yeah, it reminds me, well, also the contrast of colors. They've done it well.
Yes.
They've done really well. So it was good to keep. Yeah.
I had one, but it wasn't the JDM version.
Yeah.
But I probably only kept it for less than 6 months.
Oh, wow. That's short.
Yeah. Yeah. It's nice, though.
Yeah.
And now that I look at it, I kind of miss it.
And it's not easy to find now these days.
No, especially the JDM one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I kind of regret selling my brand new units. I'm supposed to. I was thinking of keeping it for a while, but then
But I understand. I mean, that feeling of oh, I can't wear this,
Yeah,
right?
it's brand
It's brand new. I'll lose some value on it. I can totally understand and relate.
I think it's also because I got used to purchasing watches that were like used or like secondhand.
Yeah.
I think out of the whole thing, the only brand new I purchased was the Zenith. Yeah, and the D1.
Yeah.
From the store. But it's only the Zenith. Well, also this one, because it was a gift.
That's right.
Yeah. But like purchased myself was,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now we have here, well, it's a really, really great example of a Seiko bullhead.
Yeah.
It's in great shape. And you were saying to me that this is one of your favorites.
Yeah.
Favorite chrono?
Favorite
Seiko.
Seiko in general.
Favorite Seiko.
Yeah. So this watch basically, when I was collecting Seikos in the start, when I was 13, 14, I knew like chronographs were my thing.
Okay.
I needed it to be in a complication.
Uh-huh.
Because Seiko, you could sort of categorize it if you're like a diverse collector or a chronograph collector.
Correct.
Or a grand Seiko collector. But I knew to myself that I wanted chronographs.
Okay.
Chronographs were my thing. So all the 6138s, 6139s were like, yes, I need to have that. And Seiko would make watches for the Japan domestic market and for international markets.
Right.
Obviously, the international market were a lot easier to acquire. So the thrill was to acquire JDM version.
Of course.
So that was where the fun comes in. What I liked about the bullhead is basically the thickness as well, how unique the pushers that are there are in the 12 o'clock, the way it's laid out, the way it's just the tones, the colors. It's very refreshing to the eyes. There was one point in time, I think I had about 6 or 7 bullheads at one go, just because I was trying my best to get into the best condition that I could get.
And how many do you have now?
I have 2 browns and 1 black.
Nice. Okay.
But you know, it's because it's something the bullhead sits well on my wrist.
It does. It sits on the wrist in general. Yes.
So
although it's angled and everything.
Exactly.
It's fantastic.
So it's chunky. It's top heavy, but it sits well.
Yes.
And I can't get that in other chronographs of Seiko, which is the reason why I've acquired a lot of bullheads. And, you know, I still am hunting for bullheads in the best possible condition.
Wow.
Just because I realized...
It's such great condition, Mig.
It is.
Wow.
I am aware that it is in extremely good condition. Yeah. Yeah, it's a very clean spec. I got it from Japan.
Okay.
I asked help from Psychology to purchase the watch in my behalf.
Nice.
But it's worth keeping at the moment.
I think so.
Yeah. So yes, I've acquired the JDM version of the bullhead. Yeah, it's nice. I just not much to say, but like,
It's a great watch.
it's a great yeah.
Like I said to you, I'm more partial to the black and blue one.
Yes.
But, well, I'm not sure if you ever met my brother Francis. He's a huge chronograph guy as well. And basically go back and forth clinging bullhead. It was his, gave it to me, I gave it back to him.
Yeah.
But it's nowhere near good condition as this, though. I'll tell you that.
Thank you. Yeah. It's been hunting. The fun is in the hunt.
Yes.
The fun is in the hunt. If watches were given to you in a silver platter, you won't have fun. You won't enjoy
appreciate
it.
it
Yes.
the same way.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
I mean, everybody has their own watch journey, but
For sure.
it's really the stories behind the watches. For something as simple as a sketch to something as sought after as a 16750.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
It's really what connection we have with the watch.
Yes. Yeah. That's the thing with the.
It's a fantastic segue, I think, for
Yeah.
the last Seiko on our list, which is the most inexpensive watch we have in the spread.
Yes.
It's a Seiko 5-Actis.
Correct.
And as you were saying, it's not about the value of the watch in terms of dollar or peso value.
Yes.
It's about the story behind it.
Yes. Correct.
So let's roll it up with a fantastic story.
So PwC days
Yes, okay.
was where I saw this watch. So Seiko Actos posted, because at that time I was in high school, I didn't really have a lot of liberty to purchase expensive watches. But I needed to scratch the itch and had to buy something new. So I, was lurking around, finding something cheap, and I was like, oh, pwede na to. It's like 1,300 at that time. Free LBC pa. I was like, at that time, 2015.
Okay.
It's like, pwede na. It's like,
Yeah.
possible na. It's
Yeah.
okay na. I'll take it. I'll spend 1,300 for a new watch.
Yeah.
And at that time, I was with a buddy of mine. He's my best friend in Xavier. I was like, look at this. Like, I really want to get the watch. I inquired already. I was like, what's the last price?
Yeah.
Ganyan. And then he goes like, snipe it away from me. I was like, how was that? I was so pissed.
Damn it.
Because it's not every day you can find the 1,300
Yes.
peso Seiko. So I was like, in a decent shape at least, okay? In a decent shape.
do it?
So he was like, I think he messaged the seller. I mean, he was part of PwC as well.
Okay.
So he messaged the seller, like he wants to acquire the watch, and blah, 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 blah. And then I got so like frustrated.
Of course.
I was like, why would you do that? Like, I was the one who told you. I was the one who told you about that watch, and you're gonna snipe it away from me. All the while, I didn't know his intention was to give it as a gift to me.
Right.
So,
I was pissed.
yeah, like a week, we weren't talking.
I'm sure,
We weren't
yeah.
talking for the longest time, like about a week, just because of that one. And then a week has passed, and he comes into, because we're in different sections of classrooms. Comes to me and with a box with that watch and a letter. And he goes like, I just wanted to give you a heart attack. Happy birthday. And I was like, what?
Thanks, damn it.
So, I mean, the watch has been in the... I wore the watch back when I was in high school. And I mean, it's not ticking the best at the moment. But it's one of those things wherein, like, it has a true meaning.
Yes.
It was given to me as a gift. It has a story to share.
A funny one.
Which the story is now 10 years old. But it's one of those things that whenever I see the watch, I always remember the story and the letter that was sent to me. So it's in the collection.
My takeaway from this whole thing is that you have to introduce me to your friends. But that is a great story. And, well, we'll get to what's on your wrist in a minute.
Yeah.
But you mentioned putting up a business last year.
Yes.
Right? And if you guys didn't know, Mig is the proprietor of Watch Solutions.
Correct.
He's practicing his skills as a watchmaker, repairing watches, which is why it's funny to me that you say that you don't have any time to take care of your own watch, which I assume is a very simple movement.
Yeah. But it's, business first rather than our own personal collection. That's
true.
a movement.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true. Priorities, right?
Priorities, exactly. Yeah.
You're too young to have priorities.
We're getting older.
Aray? Aray? Busina muna, pare. I have been looking at what you're wearing now,
Yes.
though. And we did talk about that's not about the value of the watch or things like that.
Yes.
But it is nice to be able to have something
Yes.
of value that also has a story.
Sure.
And how can you go wrong with a Patek?
Yes. So basically, I acquired this watch back in the pandemic.
Okay.
I was not in the country as well when I acquired this watch, but it was offered to me for quite a good price just because it had some things wrong with the movement.
I see. Okay.
So I knew I had to get it sent for service. And at that time, pandemic, service centers were closed, businesses were closed. The owner needed a quick way out of it, basically. And it wasn't running. It had scratches on the glass, on the case, and everything. So, and I was like, yeah, I mean, it's not bad of a price. And I don't have a Patek at the moment.
Okay.
So, I was thinking like, I don't really have the logic to shell out that big amount of money on a whim.
Right.
But it was too hard to pass on as well.
Okay.
And I was like, well, if it doesn't get fixed, I'll get it fixed in the future. Hopefully, when I graduate from horology school, I could fix it myself.
Right.
So that was a game plan.
Okay.
But then I think the service centers have opened up, and I was like, it doesn't make sense to keep this amount of this value of a watch. This financial sense. It doesn't make financial sense.
Right.
I was like, sige, I'll get it fixed.
Yes.
I'll get it fixed in the service center, sell it na lang afterwards. And then it took so long for it to arrive. It took 6-7 months
From the service
the service center to come back. And I was like, I missed the watch na. So parang, I want to wear it na. So, yun, I decided na lang na parang, sige, let's just keep it. It's the only Patek I have in the collection. But because, so I think the more important question is why the 5712 out of all
Yes,
Patek?
thank you.
Because when I was 13, 14, 15, I would walk past Greenbelt.
Okay.
And there is a Patek Philippe authorized dealer in Greenbelt, right beside where Rolex is and IWC and JLC. That watch was displayed right out in the window. And I can remember it very accurately. It was 1.2 million pesos, less 10% if you pay
My
in cash.
gosh, less 10% pa.
If you pay in cash. And I was like, wow, I really wanted. And syempre, I was young.
Yeah.
I didn't have the funds, but I was inquiring with the sales agent inside. And, they wouldn't really mind me because I'm young naman. But I was like, I remember seeing this watch exactly by the door.
Fantastic.
And so I decided na lang na, sige, I'll get the 5712 in steel just because it's what I've seen when I was younger.
Yeah.
And now the capabilities are okay. Why not?
Yes.
Diba? Parang, why not acquire something I've been thinking about?
You got a good offer, so...
Yeah. So that was the decision with the 5712. And it's been with me since 2022.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's nice.
So it's the only Patek I have, but it's also because it's the Patek that I've been dreaming about for the longest time.
Nice.
Yeah. Yes.
But is there something on the radar or another dream watch?
Yes.
So what is it?
I'm hoping to acquire an independent watch MB&F.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Max Busser and Friends. I've been in the area looking around already, but it's just like, it doesn't make financial sense at the moment just because I have a new business up.
Right.
So maybe we'll push it back, but that's the next brand I'm looking to acquire.
Wow.
I'm in love with the watches that they make. Also because as a watchmaker, I'm fascinated at what they do.
Yes.
So we're hopefully crossing the bridge to get there. I've started making some inquiries here and there.
Nice.
But I think it's still quite some time. Yeah. I think it's also because once you get through experiencing a lot of the bigger brands, a lot of the smaller brands, you tend to get to understand what you prefer as a collector.
Correct.
You get to understand your preferences as well.
Correct.
On size, on shape, on materials, on metals, and stuff.
And what you like
that.
today doesn't necessarily mean it's something you like tomorrow.
Correct. Exactly. So it's something that develops through the years as well.
Yes.
What I like before may not what I like tomorrow. It's things like that, and it's all about adapting into the watch collection as well. I always say, like, if the watch is not giving you fun, then it's time to let go.
Correct.
Let someone else take the fun.
Yes. It has to bring you joy.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's why the watches I brought today are watches that I'm having fun with and have stories to share.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Mig, thank you so much for sharing your stories. I'd like you to invite our viewers to come visit you.
Yes. So, hi. We're Watch Solutions. We're an independent luxury watch service center based in BTTC Center, Ortigas Avenue. We repair, we polish, we do overhauls for all luxury watches. please visit us at our Instagram page at Watch Solutions PH and give us a ring for your inquiries.
It's a nice place. I've been there. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. You can even see the technicians as they're working on the watches, which is a very cool touch.
Yes. So you'll definitely see me over there. I'm one of the watchmakers in Watch Solutions. So we invite you to come over and see us anytime. We're open from Monday to Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Yeah, so we took Mig away from work today. Sorry about that, guys. Big thanks a lot again.
Thank you.
I'm going to go and... Yeah. I'm just kidding. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having
me.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks again, guys, for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this episode. And if you enjoyed that, please like and subscribe. And we promise to come up with new content soon.